right, what do we have here?
This one is called Tío Vivo.
Tío Vivo.
By my friend Daniel Massa III.
Is that live uncle?
Yeah. Next time I interview him, I'm going to have to ask him where he comes up with his titles.
Tío Vivo. It's not like a common expression or a common phrase?
Not that I'm aware.
All right, I like it. I like it.
He's very creative. He's very good.
Yeah.
He's on Pixabay, and his work is up there for free for your projects. And he's BoricuameRican, so we support each other.
Always I just asked you, hey, come up with something for today's theme, and there's always something there. How many songs does he have on there?
I don't know.
Countless? Numerous?
It's a lot. It's like 4 or 5. Let me see, like 4 pages worth of tracks. But he's approaching 500,000 downloads. So
damn.
Yay!
All right.
Good stuff. Like not just this, which is like this reggaeton dancey blends. Like he's got metal, he's got all other kinds of music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go check him out.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Pinto Podcast. I am here, as always, with my beautiful wife and host of the BoricuameRican podcast, Nancy.
Hi. Thank you.
Now, last week was the Super Bowl. And it's a week later, and people still cannot stop talking about what an exciting game that was. The offense, the defense, the trickery, the plays, the gamesmanship, the coaching. Why can't they stop talking about it? Obviously, that's bullshit. But people aren't even talking about the commercials. That's usually a big topic in a couple days following. I didn't hear anything.
Nothing.
What did you think about the commercials?
Not that memorable.
Yeah.
I think the only one I really remember is the Budweiser one, where the little tiny bird is like sick, like knocked out and injured, and then it recovers, and it's a big bald eagle,
right?
And it flies on the back of the horse because they keep playing that. They played it before the Super Bowl, during, and after. So the other ones were meh, I guess, most of them.
I'm also just remembering seeing them in the days following, like the one with the hair. That was because people were shaving and then there were little clumps of hair.
Ugh.
And
no, not my thing. Ew.
Now, what'd you think of the Dunkin' Donuts one? I think I only saw it once.
Oh yeah.
But they jammed all these 80s guys and girls.
90s.
Oh, 90s.
Like Friends and Seinfeld. Yeah, I guess that.
The first thing I thought of was Ted Danson.
Oh, you're right. 80s, 90s. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of Friends.
Yeah, but then it was probably more 90s.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Tom Brady, crazy hair at the end there.
That's
with
right.
Jennifer Aniston,
That's right.
Who doesn't age.
That was supposed to be. Was that on Good Will Hunting? Like pulling the guy into the window.
I don't think I saw that movie.
Okay. It's just all a blur. Mm-hmm. It was a perfect commercial for that because you're like, yeah, I kind of remember all these things. I don't remember how they fit together, but they were all there.
It was good, and I like Dunkin' Donuts, so
yeah. How many cups have you bought? How many dozens donuts have you bought since then as a result of that marketing effort?
0.
All right. We always go by and say, hey, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. We'll go, someday we'll stop there.
Once in a blue we do.
Once in a blue.
Yeah.
Once in a blue.
Or bring your own take-home coffees.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. Save a lot of money that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a good coffee maker and buy the cheap shit at Smart and Final. Not yet one of our sponsors. All right. Nobody's talking about any of that stuff. They're still heatedly discussing the halftime performance, which I keep slipping my. Who was it again? I keep forgetting.
I know this really obscure.
Surely, Nancy.
Bad Bunny.
It was Bad Bunny. So I wanted to talk about this in a couple of different ways. I want to, per your suggestion, actually, the lead up to it, the actual performance, and the aftermath.
Mm-hmm. The bloodbath.
The bloodbath. The afterbath. So now, when you first, do you remember, where were you? We all remember where we were when Bad Bunny was first announced as the halftime show. I have no idea where I was, but what were your first thoughts? I think I was in the tub, actually.
Oh, God. All right.
For the record, I was not in the tub. I don't think I've ever been in the tub unless it was a hot tub or a jacuzzi. Well, yeah.
Or listening to news in the tub.
Right. I had my little radio right on the edge.
I remember feeling a little nervous, like some trepidation, but also excitement at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know that he's not a fan of the administration.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not really of his either, because they're a pretty conservative government right now in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been really outspoken about wanting to be independent. You know, literally like Puerto Rico will be an independent country, independent of America. And so that seemed a little...
If I may interject.
Yeah.
In case anyone out there doesn't realize it, you're a Puerto Rican, aren't you?
I am.
For the record, Nancy is a Puerto Rican.
Born and raised in the States, but yeah, whose parents and most family have been born and raised in Puerto Rico, which is, for those who may not know, a territory of the U.S., which means we are all citizens at birth.
All right. Now, a very important question.
Yes.
Definitely need clarification on this. Are you Puerto Rican or are you a Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Is there a difference?
I'm a Puerto. That's a very definite article.
A Puerto Rican. Now, when you say you felt a little apprehensive, is it kind of like, okay, you're one of us, don't embarrass me, type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like all these mixed emotions, because I knew that. Okay, so I knew that the politics I didn't agree with. Also, I'm a big like rock music, country fan. And for the last 10 years or so, we haven't seen that. And I was kind of like, oh, I mean, I'd rather see Hardy perform at everything all the time. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, on the one hand, I was looking forward to something a little different. But then again, Bad Bunny is different. But then, yeah, there was the whole, oh my God, he's Puerto Rican. That's great. Like, that's a huge putting a spotlight on a Puerto Rican doing the NFL. I didn't even dream of what he was going to come up with for the show. Like, I couldn't have imagined it. I was just like, great. Please represent us in a great manner, in a respectful way. Don't say anything dumb about our laws and our country, because I love America, and my parents, you know, a lot of people I know that are Puerto Rican love America as well. And I just didn't, and don't subscribe to the political philosophy that we should be independent of America and that Americans should get out of Puerto Rico. Like, it's a relationship we want to keep with America.
Right. Okay.
So, you know, at the same time, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. I know that his style, like him wearing a dress and, you know, dressing in drag and stuff, it's not for everyone. And I didn't think, I mean, that looks absolutely in place at the Met. But for an NFL game and audience and a general mixed audience like that, it's like, oh, is that the right venue for that style? So I was just like, I don't know what he's going to do. He's his own person. Yeah. And no one silences him, and he does whatever the fuck he wants. So
all right. So at the Met was like a fashion type deal.
Yeah, it's an annual gala, and
everybody wears something crazy.
Yes, the crazier the better. The most outrageous. You know, it's super duper expensive stuff that no normal person would ever wear or could afford. But he's made statements. Did he wear a dress there? He did. He wore. I think a couple years ago he wore a skirt. Like a suit, like the top was a suit, like a male type of shirt, and then the bottom was a skirt. But then last year he wore a pava, which is the traditional Puerto Rican hat that the farmers wore, the jibaros wore, the straw hat. Yeah, but it was a very expensive, like it wasn't what my dad wore, but it was an expensive version, but it was a stylish pava. Okay. Now the Met thing, is that where politicians always get in trouble because they show up in like a $35,000 dress? And, yeah. For a couple of reasons. I think, first of all, who paid for that? Meaning they're accepting gifts from someone. And also, how dare you wear a $35,000 dress? Yeah. I don't even know if my numbers are accurate. I don't know if it's a $10,000 dress or a
$100,000 dress, but I feel like that's what I've heard from that.
It's a
Obviously,
lot
I've done
more.
a lot of hard-hitting journalism on this. I've really got the facts.
It's expensive. It's more than even if it was a $350 dress, that's more than your average American is paying for a dress for an evening out. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me read this quote to you, and by read this quote, recite it from my memory of about 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. When he first was announced, he told everybody, "You have 4 months, I think it was, to learn Spanish."
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I knew he was joking, because he doesn't even speak fluent English. Like, he speaks English, he's learning it now, but it's clearly like a recent acquisition, his English skills.
Right.
So knowing that about himself, I'm sure he was just joking.
Yeah.
Just say, yeah, of course not. It was just like, hey, get ready. You better learn Spanish. Yeah. I don't think he meant it like, you all need to learn Spanish now. Yeah. Like, no, it wasn't like that.
People freaked out, I think, over that. Like, how dare he?
Yeah, a certain kind of people.
I thought it was hilarious. I was like, it's like busting their balls.
Yeah.
And they totally took the bait. I'm like, look, I've been trying to learn, I think I counted the other day, I've been trying to learn Spanish for 44 years. Since Me llamo es Cristobal, when I was 13 years old in my freshman Spanish class.
I love you. You know that's still wrong, right?
Yes. I do now. So I've been struggling with Spanish for like 44-ish years.
Yeah.
I wonder if I speak better Spanish than he speaks English after many, many, many years of Rosetta Stone and that little owl thingy.
I don't know.
Oh, you have such a compassionate look on your face.
He might have you beat because he's been on SNL hosting it.
That's true. We saw him on SNL like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought he was hilarious.
He was so funny.
He was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. His English is better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. But at this rate, I think I calculated I'm going to be fluent in Spanish by the time I'm 327. So that's something to look forward to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
As long don't stop learning.
Never stop learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Never stop learning. So, was there anything else that you wanted to share in the pre-math of the
in the
performance?
Yeah, I was
leading up to the performance.
I was just nervous, especially like after the Grammys, and now we talked about ICE, and I was like, oh my God, please, because I know that most Latinos love Law and Order.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of conservative Latinos, whether they say, oh, I vote Republican or not. They're very Christian. They have a lot of conservative values. That's all. I just wanted it to be a very non-political show, just to, because I know also that his lyrics are very vulgar. And I've had to I've learned a lot from Mr. Bunny in terms of bad words.
That's right. I wanted to ask you about this too. What are your thoughts of him as an artist overall, as a Puerto Rican?
Well, okay, he doesn't represent every Puerto Rican with his music and his style and his I like the reggaeton. I like the music. I like the beat. I love his style of music. I like some of the songs. I like some of his messaging. He's not stupid. I mean, a lot of his songs have either political messages or things about their social problems or their infrastructure problems, which is a real thing. Like, he's calling attention to things that need fixing over there, and it's legit. Mm-hmm. And he talks about history, and he talks about the people that came before him. He's great about giving credit where credit is due in terms of other artists and people that have paved the way. Okay. So I respect that. I love that, and I love that he came from nothing. He was a grocery bagger. Mm-hmm. Very, like, his parents were like, I forgot what they did, but it was like he didn't come from a rich family, and he didn't come from a family of these artists where he had a head start. He was like, put your head down, get a job in case his music thing doesn't work out. He had to be coaxed into releasing his music. So anyway, for his achievements, I respect him. Mm-hmm. His lyrics definitely don't represent everyone because I'm no prude, but they are super vulgar where I'm like, even I'm like, oh, okay. I won't even say the shit he says. So there's that. But I can overlook it because I'm like, whatever, like there are songs that I do like. Mm-hmm. And there's music I like, and overall, do I listen to him as much as American music? No. I go through my phases. And right now I'm in a country music phase. Yeah. And, so it's part of being American and having a diverse musical taste. But anyway, did I answer the question?
Yeah. I wanted to get an idea of what you thought of him just objectively before he was even asked to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And okay. I didn't think that much of it, but I saw you were getting nervous like in the days leading up to it. You're like, oh God, I hope he just, gives a good representation. I had no idea what to expect. It was hyped up a lot. I didn't know if he was going to come out in a dress and say F ICE, F the police, F America, and F you. Because that's how some people were making it sound.
Right.
Super Bowl Sunday, they started the show. I thought it was great. I thought it was very entertaining. And I saw it as, from what I have learned over the years of being with a Puerto Rican wife, I saw it as a slice of Puerto Ricana. Is that a word?
Puerto Ricana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Americana, I saw it as a slice of Puerto Ricana.
It is a word now. I love it.
Yeah. That's what I saw with, the hats, the dominoes, the boxing, the La Marqueta next to the barbershop. I love that building out there they had. And, I got more thoughts on this, but as a Puerto Rican, Nancy, I'd like to get your take.
Yeah. Okay. So, and just to something else popped into my head. It was when he opened for the Grammy Awards a couple of years ago. He wore a white T-shirt and jeans and sneakers, and he had bomba dancers. So they were, I don't know if you remember, but they were dressed in like the traditional skirts, the long skirts, and they did like merengue and bomba and plena, and like they were dancing. And Taylor Swift, the big thing was that Taylor Swift was dancing, and that really got the Grammy party started. I'm like, I want something like that, like to show the culture in a good light. And so anyway, when I started watching it, it was like, holy shit, they can't, fuck.
I'd like to add that Nancy is very passionate about anything Puerto Rican.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
let me get it together, Nancy. It's not like you just lost the Super Bowl.
Who did lose the Super Bowl? Does anybody remember? If anybody remembers, please email at cpinto234@gmail.com because we can't remember.
Oh my God. Okay. They started with the sugarcane field. And I'm like, okay, sugarcane. Like every Puerto Rican knows the importance of and the history behind the sugarcane. And they had then they had people like pretending to be chopping with machetes, which I'm sure were fake. But yeah, pretending to be cutting sugarcane. Sugar is a huge part of Puerto Rican history. My grandparents, my family was involved in the sugarcane trade and stuff like that. So in the economy, right? Farming. So right there, that's a huge nod to the culture. And then, the more it went on, I'm like, oh my God, this is okay. He's got songs that I know have curse words in them, which they bleeped out. And it was like one of those songs that gets the party started. Like every song was it was like his upbeat stuff. And the more I was like, oh, this is a love letter to Puerto Rico. This is like highlighting all the main aspects of our culture, all the good stuff. Like you said, the boxing. There was a lady on the side, like a little makeshift store. Like they have neighborhood stores made out of containers, and she like gave them a little shot of something.
Yeah.
The dominoes, someone getting their nails done, the dancing, and parties have tons of people. So there were tons of people as part of this production. There were probably over 100 easily.
Oh yeah.
As part of this production, I'd say a couple hundred.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me watching it, I was like, oh my God. It was really a feast for the eyes.
Right.
Now I understand the politics, so I can tell okay, I shouldn't say I understand all of the politics. I don't live there. But I understood where he was being political. Right. And it wasn't egregious. And he never said anything about fuck law enforcement. Like, he just sang, you know, it was a medley of his songs. Some of them were just fun, and some of them did have some political messages. So I understood that, but it was really, I think, about unity. The wedding, which turned out to be a real couple really getting married.
I think you said that. You're like, I wonder if they really got married. You said that before the end of the performance.
Yeah.
That's how smart we are, everybody. We knew. We took a guess, and we're right.
So the more, like, as the show unfolded, and I kept just being surprised, and it was just fun to watch. I screamed when they revealed Ricky Martin because I've loved Menudo like ever since I could talk. Yeah. And the cuatro, the guy playing the cuatro, like there was so many things. It was just gorgeous Puerto Rican cultural stuff that there wasn't anything ugly in it. It was just all beautiful from beginning to end. I was just like, I just kept being surprised, like, on that and that and that, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then yes, I cried, and in the end, you know, him saying, God bless America, and also calling out all the Latin countries and the U.S. and Canada, like all of North America, South America. You know, Hispanics do that in a lot of their songs. I don't know if people know that, but there's a lot of songs where the artist will call out a whole bunch of all Latin American countries.
Right, okay.
So it's not unusual to do that.
I picture Pitbull doing that.
Yeah.
Because he calls out a lot, like, Christina Aguilera!
There's one by CNC Music Factory.
Whoa.
It's a classic. It's you've heard it because it is probably played at our wedding and everything. But they're Puerto Rican, but they at the end they're like they call out like a roll call. They're like, Mexico, presente, Cuba, presente, Venezuela, presente. And then at the end it's Puerto Rico. So Dominican bands do it. We call each other out.
Yeah,
like, we're very...
I know the song you're talking about now.
It's a big, it's a big...
It's a love fest, Nancy.
Yeah, Latinos have a big love fest.
Okay.
So, anyway, well, I loved it. I loved it.
I loved the dancing. I loved the energy. I loved that first. I mean, that's like his biggest hit, at least that I know of, the one that he started with.
Okay.
It's happening. It gets you going.
Yeah.
They're all I mean, it was tons of energy. I loved the telephone poles.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. I was just like, that looks really cool. And then you told me it was because of the electrical problems that they have in Puerto Rico. And while I was well aware of them, as well as the water problems, I did not make that connection. Okay. I did not connect the circuit, Nancy. Okay?
Okay.
But I thought that was perfectly fine for him to do. You know, bring attention. We've got electrical problems down there. Mm-hmm. The other people were propelling from the telephone poles. They were tethered. He climbed up there I was just getting nervous. I'm like, okay, you're on a makeshift telephone pole. This isn't a real telephone pole.
Right.
But he's up there. He's dancing around on the platform with a lot of trust.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know how they were keeping that thing up there, but.
He must not be afraid of heights.
True. And then how about the Nestea plunge off the top of La Marqueta into that crowd of people?
Oh, my God.
Do you think they rehearsed that a bunch of times and he like knew all these people personally and that was a trust fall. I would never do that.
I wonder if they used a dummy, like a life-size Bad Bunny size dummy, so that they can practice where they need to be positioned.
Yeah.
And who's going to catch what part of them, what distance you have to be like, and how many people. And then, probably have padding and all that around, but also I'm sure he knew who they were.
A lot of trust.
Very strong people.
If you didn't see it, he was basically standing on top of a one-story building, and he just fell backwards off the building into a crowd of people who caught him.
Yeah.
And kept singing. Like, Jesus.
He's fucking fearless.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him do it, but I know that he's wrestled. He was part of like a few years ago.
In the WWE or something?
Yeah, he's a fan of wrestling, and he got to wrestle.
That's awesome. There's also one other thing I wanted to point out is just how difficult it must have been for the cameraman. Now, we both we had minor, low-level acting careers, and we remember Like if you're walking toward the cameraman is walking backwards. And if the cameraman's walking backwards, he's got another person like holding cables behind him, leading him where to go. And that was most of what we saw. I mean, Bad Bunny was just walking toward the camera, which I also think is a very cool look.
Yeah.
But so that was no easy feat, and they just pulled it off. And yeah, so I loved it overall. I did not see a big FU to America. I didn't see anything disrespectful. It did make me want to go to Puerto Rico again. And it made me want pernil and lechón and alcapurria. But we can't get it anymore here in Las Vegas. Somebody needs to open a Puerto Rican restaurant.
I know.
Nancy.
It won't be me.
Let me get your thoughts.
I agree. It made me want to go to Puerto Rico. I had friends texting me after the show.
Congratulations.
They were like, yeah. Non-Puerto Rican friends that were like, oh my God, that was amazing. That was an emotional show. That was a great, and they don't speak Spanish, these friends. And they loved it. They loved it. It was just, you didn't need to speak Spanish. You just, it was just such a party. It was like, who wouldn't want to be at a party like that? It was an amazing party.
It was jumping. I mean, It was energy from the very beginning. I know I keep saying energy, but it was just jumping. It was crazy. It made you want to be there.
Yeah. It's what you want for an NFL show that is a game that is long, that is 3 hours long. It was a boring game until the fourth quarter.
Oh, my God.
But it injected this great energy, I guess, into the... Not that other Super Bowl shows haven't done that.
Right.
But this was a festival from beginning to end. They really put so much... The work I cannot even fathom, like how much work, how many hours of planning and rehearsal and just art and creativity went into this. Yeah. Into this. When he gave the little kid the Grammy and the kid was watching him get the Grammy.
Right.
And Bad Bunny's message, one of his messages is believe in yourself.
Yep.
He was literally bagging groceries as a teen and working on his music on the side. Yeah. And he believed in himself and he just put his stuff out there finally. And so if he could reach that, this poor kid from Puerto Rico, anybody can reach these heights.
And in case you hadn't heard, he gave the Grammy to the little kid. The little kid was him.
Yeah.
And so he's given himself the Grammy, and his message is, you can do anything, believe in yourself. So he's got a very positive message.
Yes.
On a personal level.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't see disrespect. I saw love of country, a love of, he had the U.S. flag at the end there when they called out all the countries and then walked with all the flags. Yeah. I understand that ruffles some feathers. He had the U.S. flag went first, then the Puerto Rico flag, and then the other flag.
And he said, I love America, or God bless America?
He said, God bless America.
And then God bless Puerto Rico.
Yeah. And
then...
the United States. He listed all the countries.
I just didn't have a problem with that. Yeah.
Me either. I didn't have a... Well, okay.
Which brings us to our next category, the aftermath. So I'm coining a new phrase here, Nancy. Choose your battles. This is not the mountain to die on. We have seen grown-up people on TV screaming at each other over this 10-minute halftime performance. And the number one complaint is that it was not in English, because I'm sure they were like raring to go on all these other things.
Yeah.
Which he didn't do. Mm-hmm. So their number one complaint, the only thing they complain about is that it was not in English.
Yeah.
So I understood 3 words exactly of the entire halftime, and it was selfie, say cheese. That's 3, right? Yeah. Selfie is 2 words? Okay.
Selfie is 1 word.
1 word. Okay.
Say. Yeah.
It's selfie, say cheese. Yeah. All right. I didn't care. Mm-hmm. I didn't need to understand every word that was being said. I don't think it's necessary to enjoy a performance, enjoy the music, and watching people dance and swing around and have a good time.
Yep.
Have you ever been to the opera? I have once. Yes. Reluctantly, I went. I don't remember a word. I mean, it was all in Italian, if I recall. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand, but I liked it for what it was.
Yep.
You don't need to understand every word to enjoy it. All right, that's my opening. That's my opening move, Nancy. What do you got?
Yes. Okay. The Spanish thing is
my opening statement.
Okay. Where do I begin? I have such a long list of problems. Okay. That you didn't understand that it was in Spanish. Okay. Legit. To be honest, to be fair, a lot of Spanish-speaking people don't understand him either. I've had to look up so many words, especially when it's slang. I'm like, what is that? Okay. Or expressions, figures of speech. But again, I don't understand why it's so offensive. First of all, English it's like an unofficial language because we don't have an official language in America.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is part of the United States of America. So one might say the Spanish is just as legitimate a language as English. Nobody's asking to change the Constitution into Spanish or to start conducting business only in Spanish. Nobody's asking for that.
It's not like they broadcast the game in Spanish.
Right.
It's a halftime performance. Nancy, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, I heard people say I wanted to be able to sing along with the lyric. Oh, really? So in the last 10 years, you have sang along to Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ludacris, The Weeknd, Shakira, J-Lo, Bad Bunny in 2020. You sang along to all of the Rihanna, Kendrick Lamar. Give me a break. You sang along to every single one of their lyrics.
There's no way. I mean, half of them are getting more Doritos during the halftime performance.
Eminem, a white kid who sang in English, has some of the most vulgar songs you have ever heard. Put on the Eminem Show CD.
Yeah.
Some of the most vulgar lyrics.
It was a very weak argument.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I didn't understand anything in the opera, but I wasn't offended. I didn't stand up and yell, "Speak English!"
It wasn't in some other language where, where it's like, where it really would have seemed odd and out of place.
Yeah.
It was in Spanish, which is spoken by a lot of people. Not the majority, of course. Like, there's no other language that is spoken more than English in this country. But you have lots of big cities where a great deal of the population is Hispanic. You go to Miami, Miami English is the second language. It's just the way it is, and nobody gets mad.
We're just seeing a little bit of a different culture, and they're part of our country.
They're part of our country.
What's wrong with just sit back and watch?
Yeah.
See what it's about. See the fun.
I
grew up a Bruce Springsteen fan, and I mean, go back and listen to his first 6 albums. Now, this is for someone who loves Bruce Springsteen. I didn't understand half what he was saying. Like, like a dish another. I didn't know what he was saying until you're like getting the lyrics. Like, oh, that's what he's saying? Oh, I had no idea that's what it. Running the back streets. I mean, he has presented us with more moans, growls, and howls on Darkness, on Asbury Park, on The Wild, the Innocent, the E Street Shuffle, even Born to Run, and Born in the USA. There are so many lyrics you can't even understand, but I'm not going to cast him out of our country.
Yeah.
So the lyrics argument, not being able to understand, I think is a poor argument.
Yeah, it is poor.
Get a little culture.
No, a couple other things.
Yes.
If vulgarity was your problem, Janet Jackson showed her nipple. So I know it's been a few years, but was that family-friendly programming? How about not wearing a wardrobe that might have a chance of malfunctioning in the first place? Bad Bunny was in a full-on suit. There was not going to be any dangling participles from him.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
And okay, wait, we're on the language thing. The language thing where he had bad words in the lyrics, it got like like they did that little effect with the music. And he didn't finish it. Like he might say like Puerto Rico. He might say one syllable of a bad word, and he didn't finish the bad word.
So they planned that ahead of time. I
guess. And then, so let me bring up something I just learned, that Kid Rock had a song where he was singing about how great it is to be with underage girls. Yeah. That's how he wants them. I'm sorry, is that clean and family friendly? The headliner of the opposing Turning Point USA halftime show. So let's not be hypocritical about language and lyrics. And also on the language thing, Puerto Ricans have been serving our military since 1898, since we became part of the U.S. So the Borinqueneers got put to serve, and they got treated like crap, and they never said, you know what, I'm not serving. Like, they would line up and they would enlist to serve in droves. So they fought honorably in all the wars, starting with like World War I, they were in it, to the Korean War. They're not technically the Borinqueneers anymore, but they served. And nobody asked them, said, oh, you know what? You don't speak English, so you can't fight for us. So you can fucking fight and bleed and die for America, but you can't sing. That to me is a slap in the face.
For more information on the Borinqueneers, I'll steer you toward episode 97 of the BoricuameRican podcast. I took a guess at the number.
There's a few in the latter part.
All right, but I've done extensive research on the Borinqueneers, who are the Puerto Rican wing of our military, who did fight on many foreign soils for America. Yeah, and
if you need help and you call an EMT or fire department, do you wonder what language they speak, or do you just want to get your ass saved? Mm-hmm. So let's stop with this language thing too. And I love reading Reddit because you always get things that you didn't think of yourself, such as Mar-a-Lago is Spanish. Mar-a-Lago is sea to lake in Spanish. Florida is a Spanish word. And this is coming from someone who is center conservative. Mm-hmm. I'm not a leftist.
Right.
I'm not a liberal. Right. So
we have no party. We're stuck in the middle.
No, I've got conservative values and I've got liberal values. It depends on the issue. But on this one, goddamn, the conservatives were wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Adios mio.
Have I answered the complaints on the language thing?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I don't see what the big deal is. I cannot believe grown professional people in makeup are screaming at each other over this, of all things.
If we're exporting to Latin America, do we say, oh, well, the people who buy our products need to be able to speak Spanish? And the other thing, when we and music included, when our artists go around the world, the Japanese audience isn't saying, sing it in Japanese. Mm-hmm. They're there because they like what they have heard, and it's in English, and they're buying it.
I remember a couple friends of mine from Jersey, they went over to Oktoberfest in their early 20s. Mm-hmm. They went to Germany.
Cool.
And they met these German guys, and they didn't really speak English. Uh-huh. But when they found out they were American, the dude, just in perfect English, gives this whole introduction of Jim Morrison and the Doors. He goes, American? And he just recites this whole thing that he learned just from listening to the album.
Oh, and, I love that.
Yeah. So, it's been happening for a long time. When you see... Yeah, Taylor Swift in Japan, she's not singing in Japanese.
Right.
I don't think. I haven't seen her in Japan. I've only seen her 52 times here in the States. It's ridiculous. Okay, so what happens is people get into the us versus them tribal mentality, and they retreat to their political side and just start flinging feces at each other. And it gets elevated and escalated and ridiculous. And we're arguing over a 10-minute halftime performance.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of just saying, oh, wow, this is something cool. It's cultural. Puerto Rico's part of the U.S. It's like if a Hawaiian did the halftime show and sang songs that were in the Hawaiian language, would people freak out? I mean, you know how much we go back and forth? How many millions of Americans have honeymooned in Hawaii? Yeah. Would you be upset to see a pig roast up there and a lay and like luau and all that? Like, would you be upset? Yeah. He sprinkles his songs with English too.
That brings up the Ricky Martin part. Uh-huh. Looking dashing in his white suit.
Yes.
he sung about hopefully not losing the culture.
Right. Part of the political argument against statehood is that they're afraid that they will lose their culture. Like, then, they'll be forced to only speak English. They won't be able to fly the flag, because there is a history where there was a period of time where you couldn't fly anything but an American flag in Puerto Rico. So that's a black mark on history. Mm-hmm. But they remember that. It wasn't that long ago. So they're just, I think it's unfounded. We haven't lost our culture. We've through the centuries, we have blended. Puerto Rican is a blend of cultures. And I think that that's strong and that's here to stay. Yeah. So most people are like, well, no, we're not going to lose our culture. But they are afraid that that's one of the things they say, that it's going to be like Americanized, which you see a lot of that already, like with fast food and stuff. But they're afraid that he only sang a little bit, but it was like, don't lose your flag, don't lose your culture. Right. We don't want to happen to Puerto Rico what happened to Hawaii. Okay. Which I don't know that Hawaii has lost their culture entirely
to me,
either.
But I don't really study Hawaii.
But again, that topic is a little above my pay grade, but from what I do understand, independence is not what the majority of Puerto Ricans want. The majority want either to be a state or to stay as it is, but maybe with some more sovereignty, but also stay connected with the U.S. In some way. Just there needs to be some improvement in the status, but it not complete and utter separation. And so I don't think the culture is going to go away.
Okay, that's what I wanted to kind of ask you about. With my exposure, having exposed myself to the Puerto Rican culture for the past 25 years or so, I see Puerto Ricans are very passionate about their heritage. Yeah. Do you feel that is being passed on from, obviously, the older people are much more, or would you say the older people are much more passionate about Puerto Rican culture than the younger generations?
I think they're more passionate about the old traditions. Mm-hmm. Like when I talk to my older relatives, they'll say a lot of the feasts and festivals that they have, the traditional music, and maybe, who knows, maybe Bad Bunny is one of the figures that's bringing it back. But like how they've gone from traditional folk music, he says now you hear reggaeton like being played everywhere, which is the urban music.
Right.
And I think there's a resurgence now with younger people being more people being interested in farming again, and the old traditions, the cuatro and the plena and the bomba, like bringing up these old traditions that contributed to our culture. Some of them, by the way, are from Spanish heritage. Some of them are African heritage, the things that make up Puerto Rican culture. But yes, I would say, plus with the going back and forth of, like me, I don't even cook Puerto Rican food, right? I mean, I'm fiercely Puerto Rican in my spirit, but I don't organize parrandas. I don't, but it's hard because I live here. I don't go back and forth.
Right. Okay.
And I think, there's a lot of problems. With Puerto Rico, I'm not trying to paint a utopia of the culture. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of drug problems. There's a lot of poverty. And I think that the people engaging in crime, for example, are not honoring our culture, a culture of taking care of each other and working together, to solve problems and respecting authority and, minding your manners and behave in a certain way in society. Like if that's out the window, that's
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Is there any way we can get some Puerto Rican food tonight?
I don't know.
Dang it. All right, that's a new problem we need to solve.
Yeah, we got to see what we can get.
Let's start rumors of a big mass, not exodus, arrivalness.
Rivalry?
Like everybody, all the Puerto Ricans are moving to Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And opening restaurants.
Yes, right.
Let's start that rumor.
That'd be great.
Maybe that'll work. All right. So, overall, the game was horrible. The only thing I liked about it, I liked it because I was actually going for Seattle. I think I decided that morning.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time a team I was rooting for won something in the last couple of years. I'm a Giants, Jets, and Mets fan, so I know all about pain. But finally something went my way, but it was a pretty boring game. But it was good, yeah. If you're going for Seattle, you loved it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the reasons they had Bad Bunny.
Okay.
For some of the things I heard was, well, Apple wanted to sell more music, strictly a financial deal.
Yeah.
Apple, they run the halftime show, or they own the Super Bowl, or they own the world something. What is their deal?
It's them and Jay-Z's company,
Okay.
Rock Nation. I believe that's his company.
So,
or Black Rock Nation. I forget.
Okay.
I don't know, but Jay-Z is in charge of the music too.
So they tapped Bad Bunny because he's extremely popular. The NFL is trying to expand into South America. And, I mean, what better way than getting the most streamed artist from Puerto Rico who sings in Spanish, as Bad Bunny to do this. Mm-hmm. And you probably got a lot of people watching the Super Bowl in South America who otherwise wouldn't have.
Right.
And if you can get them watching, I mean, it's just more money.
Yeah.
Because they're streaming it. They're buying jerseys. They're buying merchandise. They're getting Visa. Because it's the official card of the Super Bowl. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They're seeing the commercials.
The governor of Puerto Rico, who is a conservative and a Trump supporter, had a press conference I watched where she said that she wasn't into football, but she watched it because Bad Bunny was in it. And she said she loved how our culture was showcased to the world. And the NFL has a new fan. Yeah. And she's conservative.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and okay, fine. They're not traditionally NFL players or not made up of all Latin American and Europeans. But
I heard that argument.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you can't have one ever. There have been. And also, that's still, that to me, that's not a good argument.
There's been a lot of bad arguments. That argument was the people who live in South. Now, this isn't our argument. Somebody said the people who live in Europe and the people who live in South America are not large enough people to compete in the NFL. So I don't see why they're, trying to market to them. I don't know how these people miss the fact that they're trying to market to the fans. They want people to watch. They're not looking for more players.
Right.
They have plenty of players who are here.
Yeah.
Or some of them do come from other places.
Yeah.
And they play in college and they get good and they're big and they play in the NFL. But that's not their goal.
Right.
Their goal is to get more fans and more money. Hey.
It's a very anti-capitalist thing to say, isn't it? Because that's so stupid. Because it's an American game, you can't ever try to get fans from around the world. It's a small world now.
After all.
It's easy to this isn't like 1970. Like it's easier to travel. You can stream games. You can buy merch online. You don't have to go to a physical store. You can reach the world. Yeah. Any company can reach any consumer anywhere in the world. It's very anti-capitalist to say, well, they should only cater to American audiences. There was another argument that, the NFL has abandoned its fans, its fan base that has supported them for the entire year by going out and trying to bring in people that don't normally care about about football.
Yeah.
But Puerto Ricans are Americans, so right away you're like, whoa, they're like bristling at the comment as if Puerto Ricans aren't Americans.
Oh, yeah.
Especially those of us who have family that go back and forth. They're living biculturally. Like they could be just as much into boxing as into football.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just gotten out of hand.
Well, I will say this. Mm-hmm. The game was terrible, and this is the first time I can remember in 60 Super Bowls. Not that I remember every single one of them.
You're not that.
I'm not that old. The Super Bowl is less than a year older than me. I think the first one was played in January of 67.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's the first time I can remember that people are talking more about the halftime show than the game. I mean, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, there is not one person on the face of this earth who doesn't now know the name Bad Bunny.
Right.
So they did something right there. Bad Bunny did something right there. He's now the hugest artist in the world.
I mean, yeah, he was huge before that. That's why. Like,
yeah,
he's the number one streamed artist. Like, who?
He's outstreaming Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And this boosted his performance, his numbers. It boosted sales of Puerto Rican rum by something crazy.
Yes,
300%.
like 300%.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's good for them. It's good for the economy. It's good for Puerto Rico to prosper because then a big complaint is, oh, they're a welfare state. They collect, and they do take a lot of federal aid. That's a fact. It's not a dig. It's a fact that a lot of the population is on some sort of assistance. That's not great. Mm-hmm. That's not a good thing. So why not help anything that can help boost the economy? When he did his residency there. Oh, there's another thing. Well, he didn't want to play any shows in the U.S. when he did his residency a couple months ago, I think over the summer. He did a residency in Puerto Rico. But he didn't technically, Puerto Rico is the U.S., so technically he did do a residency in the U.S., just not the mainland. People came from all over the world. People were on cruises and went and saw him. And he has played in the U.S. before. Where was I going with this?
Go to Puerto Rico. Have a vacation there. It's part of our country. It's like, even if you just go to the tourist destinations.
Yeah.
Go stay at the Marriott in San Juan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that one has a beach, but I do remember in our time there that there are some, I don't think we ever, we might have stayed at one once coming back from our honeymoon.
The Marriott, yeah.
Yeah, we stayed at the Marriott.
We had points or something, yeah.
We were transshipping there or something.
Yeah.
On the way back from San Lucia. But there are these resort hotels right on the beach. It's beautiful. I mean, you're taken care of in the lap of luxury. You got a beach right there. And then you go out and you go to Old San Juan and you go to St. Cristobal's.
Yeah.
The fort.
Yeah.
And, you bop around town, as my father used to say. And you'll have a good time. And I would really recommend going all over the island. I've been to the nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
To San Germán and Boquerón Beach.
Yeah.
And there's some very nice things. Isabela. Utuado. I've been to some awesome places, but I understand if you're just swinging down there for 4 days, go to the tourist places.
Yeah.
Bring them some money. Get some culture.
Can I address one more thing that
Yes.
I know that is legit complaints? Because I have friends that are Hispanic and are conservative.
Right.
And it's stuff I see online too. But the fact that it didn't resonate with them because he talked so much shit before. They didn't like his politics. And they don't like that he wants to be a part of America. And now, granted, I haven't watched a whole lot of interviews with him to get his full-on political opinions. So I will give you that. If you didn't like it if someone didn't like it because of his political stance, fair. Okay, that's a good critique. I also would say, well, does everybody whose concert you attend or every movie you watch, every TV show you like, every singer and song you like, are they all in alignment with your political beliefs?
Yeah.
I love My Chemical Romance. Not conservatives by any stretch of the imagination, but I've seen them several times. So, okay, it's still your prerogative. Also fair to say, well, he has talked crap about the U.S., but yet he comes here. He's made millions of dollars. He has even dated a Jenner. He's got a multi-million-dollar mansion in L.A. He's made a lot of money. You have to have the American market, right? And he comes from a country that gave him the freedom to do whatever he wanted. And so, okay. But it is also, so it feels un-American to criticize and yet benefit off the country.
Right.
But at the same time, it is very American to criticize your country because we are a country where you can still do that and not get thrown in jail for criticizing. So whether your opinion is wrong, right, in alignment, not in alignment, the majority, the minority, you have the right to say it. And he's got the right to say it. I don't agree with everything he says politically. Was there any other? Okay. Again, let me address the twerking and the dancing and the what people criticize as not family friendly. Has anyone seen an NFL cheerleader? Unless they're up in Buffalo in 2 degrees, they're in skimpy outfits. And they're not, they're not doing very chaste moves. They're wiggling their butts and they're shaking what their mama gave them. Just like the girls in the video and the guys in the video, in the performance.
Right.
So that wasn't a big deal to me either. I didn't see anyone wearing, dental floss up there. They were dressed just like or even more than some of these cheerleaders.
Right.
I don't hear complaining about cheerleaders. So the whole thing about, it needs to be a family-friendly show.
Oh, yeah.
You got people on the right that have done their share of unchristian things.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there. Our president got caught saying things about the P word, which I had defended his right to say in the privacy of his conversation. No one wants their private conversations blasted to the world.
Yeah.
We've all said some shit we shouldn't have said. At least Bad Bunny says he likes P, or in Spanish, C, out loud. He's not hiding it.
Now,
and he's not pretending to be some altar boy.
If Trump hears this, he's like, the Pintos, they're a couple of lightweights.
We're
they're a couple of know-nothing lightweights.
It's a shame.
What am I, Kennedy? The Pintos are know-nothing lightweights.
They look... No one listens to their show. They've got 2 listeners. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. There has-beens.
They never wers.
My skin is pretty thin, but it's not as thin as yours, all right?
Whoa.
So,
all right.
I want to just say, that I chose to look at it as a cultural experience, a love letter to Puerto Rico. Take from it it's art, right? So take the good things from it and leave the bad things somewhere else. Like, just take it and... it was showing us what a slice of life was, a snapshot of Puerto Rican culture.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I took from it. I didn't take, suddenly I have to agree with him politically, or suddenly I want my husband wearing a dress. Like, no, I don't want those things.
So that's out now?
It's not for me, but whatever,
All right.
To each their own. I just loved it, and I want to go to Puerto Rico now again.
All right.
We say that every time we talk about Puerto Rico.
That's true.
Okay.
Right. Is that everything? Anything else to add? Do we want to... Hey, we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to get your opinion. What did you think of the halftime performance?
Yeah, I want people... And, everybody's got the right to their opinion. That's fine. It's just ugly when you start saying, it's because he's Spanish, he's brown, or he doesn't represent us, and that stuff starts to sting a little bit,
right? Because
it's okay to use us to come set up your military bases on Puerto Rico, or to open your KFCs and do whatever you want when there's perfectly much better food. No offense, in Puerto Rico.
No offense to the Colonel.
Yeah, leave that shit here. But, I don't know. Like, we're a melting pot.
Yeah.
America's a melting pot. Columbus, the conservatives fight for Columbus Day. English wasn't his first language either. He sailed for Spain.
Get him out of here.
And he was Italian. Amerigo Vespucci. That's where America comes from, right? Didn't they teach us this in history? I'm no scholar, but there were other languages here.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
sure the founding fathers did it for a reason. Like, they knew that there was French and Spanish, and there was Native Americans here first,
right,
speaking things other than English. They didn't set up English as the official language, and it doesn't mean that we suddenly want everything in Spanish. It's just, oh my God, it's just a cultural, like, it's part of culture. This country is a melting pot. It's a beautiful part of culture. And that's what the people wanted. And Bad Bunny, like it or not, it's what the people are listening to. So, don't like it. Don't listen to anything else. But boy, you like you said, you better pick your battles.
Yeah. Dying
on this hill is not because we knew they got away with the Tony Hinchcliffe thing, but I don't know about this. Like, it's like, okay, we can take a joke. Yeah. There really is a garbage problem in Puerto Rico. Can't deny that, you know. But boy, now you're going after the language and the culture. That's, I don't know. You can only get away with so much.
Yeah. All right.
I keep getting fired up. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, this is what we want to hear. We want to hear a Puerto Rican's perspective.
Yeah. I love America. I am a proud American, but
all right, wait.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm proud American. I'm a proud, like I said, center conservative, but I am a fierce Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fiercely proud of being Puerto Rican.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people, I think, are.
So what you're saying is, me llamo Cristobal. Me llamo es Cristobal is wrong?
I'm so sorry. You don't need the S. Me llamo Cristobal.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it jumped out there from my 13-year-old class. Me llamo Cristobal.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That's correct. Or you would say, mi nombre es Cristobal. My name is Christopher.
It sounds like my number is Christopher. No, that would be
nombre.
Mi numero.
Numero. It's like saying in English, like if you were to say, like, my name is Nancy, or I am named is Nancy. Like, you don't need the is.
So me llamo is I am named?
Yeah.
Me llamo. But that is
I
how
am
they
called,
first,
I am named. Yeah.
That was like the first thing I think we learned.
Oh, okay. Me llamo Cristobal.
Yeah. And me and Steve Sills, for some reason, we sat next to each other, and our moms must have shopped at the same place. And we always showed up looking like twins with like these light blue corduroys and a white golf shirt. We were dressing like we were in our 70s back in freshman year of high school.
That's cute.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap things up and I ask you to play us off with that same awesome song?
Just not to sound old corny, but, because I understand that the NFL is criticized for a woke agenda, but it really is like love is bigger than hate. Like, there's times to fight and times to like really protest something. And I don't think this was a good one.
I agree.
Because he didn't do anything so egregious that warranted. And if he had, I'd be like, ugh, I would be sitting here going, I wish he hadn't said or done that. But to me, he didn't do anything egregious.
Well, it seems like the tact the right should have taken was, hey, that wasn't a bad show. Just stay above the phrase. Say, it wasn't a bad show. I don't agree with his politics, but hey, to each his own. It was great.
Yeah.
And you would have saved all this controversy that you're feeling, because I'm assuming there's a lot of Latino people out there who are not enjoying this too much. Did I use that term properly?
I
now, as soon as I said that, I'm like, oh my God, Latinx. I'm assuming gender. I'm assuming like.
I don't. Yeah.
You can correct me if necessary.
I do follow some people on socials that are gay guys, conservatives, and not Bad Bunny supporters, but they are like, what the fuck, right wing? Like they're it's overdone. The backlash is just overblown. And when you start saying things like it was like a journalist said, and now I have to use the term journalist loosely, but he said, oh, if their culture's so great, why do they come here?
Oh.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, I thought we were wrapping things up.
That's a whole nother, like, that's just smacks of ignorance, and it's not kind. It's not a welcoming. You're just.
Do you want to address it?
Pouring salt on wounds, man. That it's like, again, well, why do we come here? Okay, then why should we fight? Why should we? Imagine if all the Hispanics just said, you know what? We're dropping out of MLB. We're going to start our own Hispanic league. And we're going to...
MLB would fold.
There'd be no players left. We're not going to help the American market anymore because clearly it's like our way or the highway or whatever. Like, it's something so dumb. And if they checked themselves, like... The majority of Puerto Ricans don't want to secede from America. The majority love our relationship with the United States. So like, why'd you go there? We weren't. What the fuck? Why are we all paying for this something one guy says? Like, why is the whole culture being smacked around now? And why are we being told go back to Puerto Rico? Like, what the fuck? We didn't expect that. And the reason that Puerto Ricans have been coming here is because for opportunity, for work, for opportunity, and now we have it so that we go back and forth and we get to enjoy American culture, American markets, American opportunity and freedoms, and also have an amazing island that we are lucky enough to, like, I can call it home, even though I wasn't born and raised there. And it's just a special relationship we have. So yeah, people have been coming here, like my parents, and there's family that I know that they wanted the American dream. And if you can't get it in Puerto Rico, get it in, you can get it in America. You have a bigger chance of getting it in America. So they're very grateful for that. And we're grateful for that. So just to be told, I love having the best of both worlds, and people die to come here. And we are very grateful and lucky that we just get a U.S. passport.
Right.
And there's people that die and will do anything to come here from other countries. And so that gives us a perspective of gratitude, right? So to have them say, like, don't come here, it just feels like a slap in the face. Right. We didn't ask for, like, we didn't deserve.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I would also like to hear what our listeners think. We have, in addition to the United States, we have a lot of listeners in Germany, Brazil, Canada, India, Australia, Vietnam, UK, Singapore.
Oh, I love it.
Norway, Ireland, Philippines. We want to hear from you on this. Like, are people over there talking about this as well, or was it just like you looked at the Super Bowl, if you even watched it, and I want to know what you think about, after listening to this, the controversy.
Yeah.
Let us know, and we will report our findings. Because, I'm curious what the rest of the world thinks of this.
Yeah, I want to know. And if, either send us fan mail or send me an email, nancy@pintoemployment.com. I would love to hear your... Yeah, well, Chris will get those emails too.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else before we play it off?
Oh. Hopefully I didn't sound offensive or offend anyone, because my intention wasn't to offend. It was just to, throw my opinion in along with everybody else's. And as somebody, from my perspective, from somebody who straddles both cultures and...
Well, hopefully you didn't get us deported.
So, no, that's it. Right. Thank you.
All right. Good talk, Nancy.
Thank you very much.
There it is.